Good morning, San Antonio. So, in less than 10 minutes, your mission, if you choose to accept it, will make your life harder, but I promise, a lot more fun. So most of you will be working with an organization that has a mission statement. Hands up if you'd like to come up here and share it with the world. No takers? So, marketing rhetoric or true call to action. The reason I'm standing here today, one mission, the power of one mission, changed my life. 15 years ago, I woke up to the realization that my life was being defined as a series of transactions. My professional career was being judged by something called margin movement in month. And I remember thinking, as a child, playing with my Legos, dreaming about being an architect, there should have been a warning sign on that box. Beware, margin movement in month analysis will kill creativity. So, when I moved to America in 2002, the land of opportunity, I really hoped things could be different. But the economy was struggling. Finding a job was really tough. People told me I was too experienced. But often, I was made to feel out of place. Well, my first interview at Overland Architects was definitely different. They talked to me about mission. They talked to me about values. They talked to me again about mission. And I remember thinking, I need a job. I've got a family to feed. Give me a contract. Well, what they gave me was the free core values t-shirt. But that t-shirt became my contract. But it was this mission: to model how we should live and influence the world through the practice of architecture. But it wasn't until I'd been working there for some time did I witness the power of that mission. Business decisions were being made not based on the bottom line or margin movement, but on opportunities for transformation and meaningful experiences. Well, the first of those experiences took me to the spectacular west coast of Mexico. We were greeted by the most interesting man in the world. Juan Mario shared with us his story of how he found Imanta. He was sailing one day, of course, and he spotted the beach. He jumped off the boat, swam through the surf, stood on the golden sands. This is it. This is the place. Juan Mario spent the next 2 years living on the site in a tent, studying the tides, the hurricanes, the turtles, the jaguar. And that afternoon, as we sat on that rugged beach, with the sound of the waves and the smell of the salty air in the jungle mixed, creating an intoxicating perfume, he shared with us his mission: to build the world's most beautiful resort, to build the world's most sustainable resort, and not a single tree would be cut down. So the next day, we started working, and later that night, after a few bottles of Pacifico, we presented our ideas. My partner, Bob, had drawn a tower. It penetrated the jungle canopy, a wayfinding device, a lookout. Juan Mario grabbed the sketch. I love it! I love it! What is it exactly you love about it? I love it. It's just a simple sketch. No. He goes, you see the tower, you have to find it. And when you find it, you have to climb it. And you climb, and you climb, and you climb. You slip, you fall, you die. Well, Imanta was built on a mission not a brand. And Juan Mario and his family realized that mission. And that day, I realized the magic of what happens when mission is at the heart and you stay focused. So we needed all of that focus when we were invited to China. The city of Gaochun was planning an expansion. The area was 85 square kilometers. For those of you who don't work in kilometers, huge. We'd never done anything like that before. We had to ask ourselves, could we do this? Should we do this? The power of our mission gave us the permission to go try. So we were still really nervous. Gaochun is famous for its natural beauty, its agriculture, and its aquaculture. But it lay in the heart of one of the world's fastest developing regions, the Yangtze River Delta. Some leaders would have seen that as an opportunity ripe for profit. But the leaders in Gaochun wanted a vision that would create a balance between sustainable development while preserving their most precious natural resource, the pure waters of the Guchun Lake. So as you can imagine, for many of us here in San Antonio, communication in China can be a challenge. So we knew we needed something simple to get people inspired, to get people focused, to get people committed to this vision. So we created this very simple mission statement: to restore, reflect, and enhance. And it worked. And it didn't matter where we went in the world, whenever we talked about mission, the spirit of the conversation changed. People became more focused. So this great business thing, could it be personal? Well, about 18 months ago, I was at a friend's pool party, and I was putting my six-pack in the fridge, and a new neighbor walked in, about my age, but he was wearing his six-pack here. "I heard you used to be quite the sportsman," he said to me. Yes, I did. "What happened?" "Oh, I travel a lot, but I do go to the gym." "And do what?" "You need to come with me. I do a thing called F3. It's a fitness thing designed for people just like you and me, and it's free." So the next day, I got up at 5 a.m., ran up and down a 1-in-4 hill. My running shoes were definitely not doing as advertised. I was not running on air. My body went into a state of shock. But 18 months later, we now have a group of guys who turn up rain or shine to run, jump, lift, and have a lot of fun. So why does it work? Well, when I paid to go to the gym, I chose when I went and when I didn't go. And my motive was to lose weight, or hopefully live a little longer. But if it began to hurt, I'd stop, right? That's what you do. Well, with F3, our motto is, it's supposed to hurt. Losing weight is a byproduct. And this worked for me because it was about being committed to a group that was committed to a mission. So this talk on mission took me on a really unexpected journey. A lot of people gave me advice, as you can imagine. But one friend told me a story about a little girl. She was playing after school one day on the street, and her mother called her. "Supper's ready." The little girl was having so much fun, she ignored her mother. 10 minutes later, "Supper's ready in now." "Sorry, Mom, I didn't hear you." So she's sitting at the kitchen table, and her mother's just about to tear into her. And she sees a pool of blood on the floor. What happened? The little girl looks down, sees the gash in her knee, becomes a little faint. The blood's pouring down over her white sock into the pool on the floor. Mum, I was just having fun. Do you remember days like that? When there was nothing more important than the fun? I do. And 3 weeks ago, I was sitting at my kitchen table working on this talk, and I was so excited, I felt like a child again. I decided I was going to write my mission statement. So I began to peel away the layers that build up as we grow up. What was at the heart? What did God create me to do? So I sat, fingers hovering over the keyboard. Where to start? Should I Google it? Is there an idiot's guide to writing your own mission statement? There might be after this. And then I took a sip of coffee, and I sat back, and I smiled. What would a child do? A child would probably do something without the fear of failing. But what if I was setting myself up for something really hard? But then I'd have to remind myself, right? It's supposed to be hard. Isn't that what we really, really want? The play to be fun and hard. So, my next adventure begins here and now with all of you all. I'm going to share with you my mission: to inspire people to build a better world. And I'm going to do it with passion, and I tell you what, I'm going to have a lot of joy in the journey. So, don't let your life be defined as business transactions, simple exchanges. For me, mission turned an occupation into a vocation. Imagine what it can do for you. So I want you to ask it. Peel back the layers. Be vulnerable. Then I want you to find it. Take a little bit of time. Let it evolve. But then you have to share it. You have to be accountable, and you have to get focused. So I believe mission can unlock the embedded potential in each and every one of us. Try it. Just try it. I know it's possible. Thank you.